Claims we're live.
I
We're
always
rolling with
wanted to
it.
scream, "Good evening, Rex Sisters," but I won't. I always wanted to, but I won't.
You're free to. I'll
Uh,
just dim my turn my earbuds down a little,
yeah,
my headphones.
I have to warn you. Yes, thank
Uh-huh.
you for joining Rex Sisters, episode 163, part 3 of the What We Know So Far About the Hantavirus. Uh, all of those that are joining us from YouTube, Rumble, X,
Twitch.
Spotify, and Twitch, thank
Oh.
you for joining us. We appreciate your support. Then we post on Instagram, Blue Sky, Truth Social, TikTok. As I previously mentioned, Facebook is they don't like us.
Yep.
You'll see that we have our QR code. It directly supports our efforts in bringing you the news of today, along with our personal antidote. And to date, over, mm, yeah, going a little over 13 and a half months, we've absolutely made not one dime. So anybody that could contribute that one dime, we would appreciate it. And regardless whether you can or you can't, if you would be ever so kind and press the like button, give us a follow, subscribe, comment respectfully, of course, set your notifications, and most importantly, this video. And also, we have the Discord that we would recommend you uh, check out.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that come by from here to here. And I am trying to eat a ice cold grilled cheese sandwich along with ice cold tomato soup and ice cold iced tea. So that's the meal of the day.
It's
Uh-huh.
edible. I mean, not the
It,
best, but
I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
didn't say
kind
it
of
was going to
it's
taste
more.
great, but you can still eat it without dying.
This
That's
is true.
edible.
You're, yes, ma'am. You're you'd
My
be
cooking
correct on that.
is questionable on edible, on being edible.
Mm. So why don't you go ahead and talk about your day and everything that happened where you could not talk? You made me first. I almost spit out my soda or my pop, as we say here up in the north. And then I actually was swallowing pop and almost regurgitated it after doing your comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so
Go
the
ahead,
first
start it
one
out.
was my attempt to get my son to go get my medicine. It started at 8 something this morning, and it wasn't until about
Mhm.
1 o'clock this afternoon we finally got him to get out the door. And he's going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Wait, what was funny about that though was you went, okay, he's outside. And I'm like, yeah, and you're like, he's standing there. He's outside. And then he came back in. And then he went outside again. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, did he go? And you're like, no, he's standing there. And he came back in. Then he went back out and he left the door open and you're hollering to shut the door. It was just so
And well,
like comedy at
and then he
there.
comes in and we're debating about whether it's worth using the gas in his little scooter to go get my medicine or to walk. And then my silly ass goes to Google to tell him about his gas mileage. And I put
Hmm.
in electric scooter fuel capacity. Now,
Hmm.
if that isn't an oxymoron, I don't know what is.
And it took a while for you to get it.
Oh, my son noticed it. My son noticed it before I did because I was already frustrated because I had had my meds since yesterday. It's already going on what 1 in the afternoon.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was pulling my hair out. So finally,
Hmm.
he gets out the damn door, and I hear that scooter start. And then you said you asked if he finally left, and I said, "Hold on, let me check my pulse," because he actually left.
I
And
almost,
I
yes.
finally got him out the door to go get my meds. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
she's a
Hold on,
bloody
let me check my
flippin'.
pulse. And
Yes.
I just find it so freaking funny. I mean, you had to probably be on the other end of the line to hear everything that transpired. And once he finally left,
I
I'm
had to
trying
check
to
my pulse.
swallow. He goes, I go, she, Crazy P goes, I have to check my pulse. And I just about lost it right then and
Oh,
there. It was so funny.
yeah, with the
And, and then what
electric
happened?
scooters fuel capacity. That one really took the cake. And I don't
Hmm.
really remember what else happened from there. I know I fucked up a lot of words again today too.
Hmm.
I just don't remember which ones.
And now, yeah, now it just left me. So when I remember it, I'll just say stop. And I'll remember what the words were. One thing was funnier than another.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got Blue Rose in the chat telling you that BTS is performing at the World Cup with Madonna and
Oh,
Shakira.
girl, I know that. So I'm keeping up on my guys.
I haven't
I
watched the
know.
World Cup since like 2000.
Yeah, they are at the halftime doing the halftime show with Madonna and Shakira.
Hmm.
So they got a huge opportunity, and it's going to be in New Jersey. So they're coming back to the states.
I thought California was supposed to get all of these events this year or the next few years.
Well, they uh that's a good question. I guess perhaps LA isn't
Oh, it's cracked up
got
to
their
be.
act together. Yep. Mm, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I do recall Trump sitting right next to Karen Bass saying, move the permits along. And as we know,
and they're
look at
still not
Spencer
done.
Pratt. Yeah, Spencer Pratt is living in a trailer
Hmm.
on his land. Uh huh. While
And that was from
her
what,
and
two
her,
years ago?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Uh huh. But,
Hmm.
they were supposed to have the, uh,
The World Series, the World Cup, the
right?
Olympics,
Yeah.
and
Not the World Series, the Super Bowl, I thought.
no, I thought it was Super Bowl, World Series, and World Cup.
I don't know.
Or no, it was the
I don't
World.
know.
No, it was the. You're right. It was the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and the Olympics, the
Right.
Summer Olympics.
Olympic, right.
That's what it was.
So I guess she has till July to get ready. Because remember, we had the discussion on it's in go back and look at some previous videos
Hmm.
where they were doing the drones, although we said they were small helicopters, where drones were pick people up from the outer skirt parking lots and bring them into the venue. And
Hell
I'm
no.
like, and I think only 4 people fit in a drone. And I'm
I
like,
wouldn't even
how
put
many?
4 people in a drone. That's a high risk of
I know,
boom.
I know. Yep.
Oh God,
But,
I mean, okay, I won't fly in a regular plane or helicopter unless it's an absolute
mm-hmm,
medical emergency. So thank God, knocking on wood, haven't had to yet. But for the love of God, why would you willingly get into a drone that may not be suitable
right,
for what they're
right.
using it for? And how well has it been tested?
Exactly. That's the issue I have with it.
I'm not,
And
no,
I,
no.
yeah, and I have been life flighted, and I was pissed off because I wasn't awake for it.
That's kind of what happens during life flights.
Well, hey, I could have had my leg broken sideways or some crap, and
They still won't
you
get a
never
life
know.
flight
But,
necessarily unless they're pulling you
yeah,
out of a ravine. And
yeah,
but yeah, most of the time they prefer to go by ambulance and not. It costs more to go by helicopter, so
yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, no, no. I'm happy to be perfectly on the ground. That's safer.
Hold on, I can't, I can't mute myself right this second. Go see Daddy. Go, go, go.
He can't go until you tell Daddy to let him
I,
out.
I know. I can't stand it. Oh, so what else is going on? Anything?
Not really, on my end at least.
Yeah, we still both don't feel well. Uh, I got an antibiotic. We'll see if it helps. I made a commitment that if I'm not feeling better by Saturday, I'd go into the ER and probably be admitted. So, well, there's that. And then I spent over 3 hours on the phone today, to which uh, what happened earlier in the week has now turned into a little mini series we'll be covering about our what Trump and RFK are doing to get people on prescription certain meds uh, to come off of them, and they're going to do it either immediately or tapered down. But RFK has an issue with how drugged the American people are, which I perhaps don't disagree with that. But as you and I talked, we don't
Mm-hmm.
have yesterday. We don't have the infrastructure
We have
for any
nothing
of this.
lined
We
up.
don't.
They're repeating the opioid
Mm-mm.
crisis.
Hmm.
That's exactly what
There's
they are
not enough
doing.
counselors. There's not enough counselors.
No,
There's
and
not
half the
enough
counselors that are out there
children.
need to be on the meds just as much as the patients they have.
Exactly. Exactly. I'd agree with that. Yeah. And I mean, there's not enough centers, crisis centers. There's not
Mm-hmm.
enough behavioral centers. There's not enough hospitals.
Housing.
There's not enough people, housing. There's not enough to do what they want to do, and I just don't get it. I mean, you just can't do what they're trying to undertake.
Yeah.
And so it was very interesting with the insurance company when I said to them, uh, so because of what you guys have done to me, that led me to do research. And you guys are in violation of not only federal but state laws because you failed to include me in the decision making process.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, yeah, there's some people are, a little bit shook, but we will have a whole thing because I'm sure there are people in the audience, uh,
Oh yeah.
pain medication, any psych type of drug, anti anxiety meds, certain SSRIs, sleeping medication, all types of uh,
And you know what's weird?
drugs.
My family thought I was crazy because I still have a pretty good supply of my anxiety medicine from when I was on it daily. Mostly because of
uh,
like, well, if I threw up or something, I kept every pill, even if I missed a day. I never got rid of them, threw them away, or flushed them. None of that. They're still in a bottle with my name on the label, the dosage, and all that. I have probably a good 3 months supply worth of it from over the years that I've put together from that I wasn't going to throw away or
right?
flush. And everybody in my family told me I was crazy for doing so. Who's the crazy one now? Not me. I got my meds.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, for purposes of all the platforms that we're on, we would
Take your
like you to
medicines
know
as
that what
directed.
everything, well, not only that, but we want to inform everybody that what we're discussing is for educational purposes only. It's based on information that we have researched that are from reliable sources such as .gov, various. Now, can we trust the mainstream media stuff? Maybe. Probably not. Uh, and then everything else that you're going to hear is based on both of our personal experience. Crazy B is a medical assistant and a
A
patient,
former
and
medical
myself
assistant.
as the,
I don't hold
well,
licensing or credentialing for it anymore.
okay, all right. Just so everybody knows, including YouTube, Crazy B was a former, or is a former medical assistant and now current patient, as you
Yes.
can see.
And, there is a reason
And
why you have to legally state that is so you don't present yourself as an active legally practicing medical
medical, right.
assistant. And I cannot do that for very many reasons. So I just want to make it clear I am a former one. And I even had a little subspecialty that I was part of, not just a typical medical
Right,
assistant, but that's not a needed right now
right,
thing.
right. And so we are both patients of the medical community, and my background is in medical manufacturing as well as a cancer organization. So, uh, yeah, so I think we kind of bring a unique perspective, from all of the many, many specialists we both have and many,
Hmm.
many drugs we both take. So, and many, many conditions. So,
Yep. Hey, we're
yep,
live.
how long?
Language. We're live.
Hmm.
What? I did not hear what he just said. Anyways.
Neither did I, so you're all good.
All right. I thought I
So
was.
why don't we get started and
All righty. Sounds.
have
Don't be bragging, you two.
don't be bragging.
Not bragging,
That's funny.
actually. I'm downplaying to a degree my level of education because, well, yeah, I don't want to be getting in trouble for being taught extra above and beyond.
Right.
We're live, buddy. So, okay, Loctite acquired. Great. Uh, pray for me. Does Loctite work on mouths?
I think it does.
Oh, my son says no, that's what duct tape is for.
Well, let's get some.
All
Okay.
right, let's get our
All right.
butts rolling.
Go on the road.
When I'm done, I will help you get the screws again. Okay? All right. We're live.
So
I
this
can't do this right now. Go sit in the living room. Oh my Lord, pray for me, folks. Go ahead.
Mm, so this is an update that we had. Uh, as you all know, Trump had his tariffs in place, and U.S. Appeals Court struck down what the lower court did and said that for right now, his 10% global tariffs can stay in effect while the case plays out. So if you want to hit play, Crazy B, we'll see what Trump has to say.
Oh, God, I hate when he's so
Can you turn it
quiet.
up at all?
That's as loud as it goes.
Yeah. Wow.
Back tariffs, $1 billion. Pay back when little half sentence. Any money taken in to this point does not have to be. And I cannot.
Oh, he's just complaining about the courts trying to
Where's
make
the
him pay back that 159 billion.
Right.
Ways that one did not think that.
And that's it for that video. It's just basically Trump complaining
Yep.
that they were trying to make him pay back
Okay.
that money.
Right.
So,
And then, so again, now we're going to get into the hantavirus because we have a lot of information to cover. And so we have some information coming out of Euronews that the European Union are pushing for tighter cross-border controls.
okay. Oh, that's this one. Yep.
Hmm.
And do I need to zoom in?
A little bit.
Okay.
So the EU countries tighten cross-border health coordination after the hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship infected multiple European passengers, as experts reassure the public that the virus is not the same as COVID-19. With the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic looming, And besides health experts warning that the hantavirus outbreak has little to do with coronavirus, the European Union member states seek to strengthen coordination and prevention. Now, you would have thought they would have did that either A, during COVID-19, or B, after the fact. Now they're just worrying about it?
Yeah,
Really?
yes. They're
Why?
just now
Why?
worrying about it
Why?
because they
It
can.
doesn't make sense. Because they can. Okay. EU ambassadors are in Brussels discussing coordinated response protocols and information sharing. The meeting's main objective is to ensure that member states share their information and put in place comparable protocols within. Is that such, Jen? That
No,
again? I don't
42.
know.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait,
Yeah,
I lost
comparable
track.
protocols within the wherever they were.
Yeah, my
That's
hands just.
that.
I need to stop
Okay,
playing with the mouse.
gotcha. Okay, put the mouse down, lady. Put the mouse down.
It jumped
All
wherever it
passengers have
wanted.
now been all passengers have now been transferred to their home countries, where they will be subject to their own national protocols. The World Health Organization's recommendation include strict supervision at home or in a quarantine facility for 42 days starting from May the 10th. However, the WHO's Director General Tedros said that each country has the sovereignty to adapt these recommendations to its national context. That's interesting. That isn't what he said the other day.
Uh-huh.
The current protocols vary between countries. While Spanish passengers are quarantined in the military hospital Gomez Alta in Madrid, those in the Netherlands and Belgium will be self-isolating at home. We need to remember that they have been on a boat for a month, not visited, and not seeing their loved ones. This needs to be taken into consideration as well. Head of the section Global Epidemic Intelligence and Health Security. But of course, the key priority is that it should be safe for the passengers and for their loved ones. Bit 3 added that countries may decide on where and how to isolate passengers, taking into account the availability of medical facilities if a patient has adequate conditions at home to quarantine there, and the accessibility to treatment if needed. There are 2 passengers, one in France and one in Spain, who have shown symptoms during the quarantine period and are being treated in the hospital. The ECDC has also confirmed that all European passengers who were on the ship have been located and are now following the necessary medical and quarantine protocols. The hantavirus outbreak has activated the emergency coordination and response mechanisms of the European Union. The outbreak has reminded us of our vulnerability when it comes to health, said EU Commissioner for International Partnerships, Joseph Sikala, in a press conference. We all remember the impact of COVID-19 on our lives. The reality is that the frequency and intensity of the disease outbreaks are increasing. The initiative is the EU's latest effort to respond to global health challenges through better prevention and timely response to future health threats. After the outbreak was declared on board the MV Honda's cruise ship and it was decided that the vessel would dock in Spain, the country activated the EU's Civil Protection Mechanism, which helps mobilize assistance among member states to deal with emergencies. Through this mechanism, several EU countries have contributed to evacuation flights and transport solutions in a coordinated effort. Evacuation operations coordinated and co-funded by the EU have been conducted by France, the Netherlands, Greece, and Ireland, with Tariffs South Airport designated as the operational hub, according to the European Commission. Health threats can easily cross borders, and that is why coordination is key, said somebody. Despite often being put in the same sentence, health experts remind that hantavirus is not like COVID-19. Then why are you doing it? It is not like COVID at all. It is a different virus, a different disease course. He advised people not to worry. O'Neill explained that despite the initial fear that the virus had mutated, it has now been proven that it is already known it's the Andes strain, as we previously mentioned. It is all over the media. European citizens are concerned, of course. Anything we can do to reassure people is the most important. The WHO infectious disease epidemiologist Maria Van Kerkhove reassured during a press conference that this is not SARS CoV-2. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship. He explained that the hantavirus does not spread in the same way as coronaviruses, but rather through close, intimate contact. What are the next steps? The ECDC will now focus its investigation on understanding how passengers were infected and learning more about the virus itself. Our hypothesis currently is that the first case was likely infected while traveling in Argentina in the weeks before boarding the ship, and most likely this passenger transmitted the virus to the other passengers who acquired it on board, and it seems that the incubation periods fit with this process. The agency has confirmed that there is no reason to suspect that this is a new virus or a new strain. We hope to learn much more about this event and these virus outbreaks in the future, and this will help us respond and prevent illness.
Right.
Now, scroll back up a little bit, Crazy Bee. So they have a working theory that somebody, but I thought they said they had to be, it's close, intimate contact. So what did that passenger do with the other passenger? What I
That's
want
a
to know.
very good question, and I don't know if I want to know.
Neither do I. I mean, it's just like, why? I don't get it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay, uh-huh. Like, what was going on? Something freaky on the ship.
At that
Mm-hmm.
point, I'd be like, what was that military policy? Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
could totally live with that.
Okay. All right. So, up next, this was the start of a mess that you and I got into over the weekend. The next post,
Yes.
which, if you want to read it and go from there.
Okay, this one drove me nuts because they're basically screaming that they just patented patented this hantavirus mRNA vaccine in 2025. No, that's that's not actually what happened. But you see, people,
Hold
well,
on one second. Hold on. We preface this post by saying this Liz Churchill. She's a dumb bitch that can't read, and
her
we
reading
put our 2 cents.
comprehension is bad.
Correct. Yes. And so we both put our 2 cents in on her post. And
Yes.
did anything ever come to what you had to say?
No, people ignored me.
No. Okay.
And the
Because
reason
we went
people
in.
ignored me is because I can
Yeah,
actually read this
right. And so Crazy Bee went in and dropped the links, the correct links.
to
And
the real
I,
posts, or the real website.
yeah, right. And I'm one of the community note reviewers. So they had a bunch of things for the hantavirus. And before Crazy Bee did what she did, we went through all of the hantavirus
Hmm.
comments and we replied appropriately to everything that they had in there. So uh, I'll have to go in and take a look and see.
Hmm.
So nobody commented, huh? Because I had a feeling they wouldn't. In
Yeah.
fact, you and I thought that they were going to take it down, right?
Yeah.
Because of what was said. Well, at
Well,
least she left it up.
what gets me is like even in this community notes thing, they don't have the right patent number. This isn't even
Right.
the right patent number to this patent up here. Because if you enlarge this, it's wait, no, they did fix it. Oh, they did fix it because it was before when we first went through. They had the wrong patent number,
Right. Right.
and it's like,
Right.
what were they comparing to? And so it took us a minute, but they did finally fix it. So after reading
Because
everything,
remember it was tied to those transmitters.
yes, it was
It
a
was was it
yeah. They were
yeah.
like, oh, this patent is tied to a transmitter for some kind of radio
Uh-huh.
thing, and it's like, oh my god, y'all don't know the first thing about what you're reading right now, and
Hmm.
it just got on my
And the yeah,
nerves.
and the fact that there were two different things. One was for a virus, and the other was for transmitters, electrical.
And it was because of one
And we're
number
trying,
being off
yeah,
up here, one
yeah,
number
it
being off in that patent publishing number. Mhm.
right, but it even got worse from there.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead, creepy.
So they're all screaming, this is from 2025, right? Okay, yeah, it was published in 2025 when they finally authorized the patent, but the application was September 13th of 2022. That's down here in this little corner. They didn't look for the patent application file date, which is right there. And
Hmm.
then the patent number was issued on March 11th of 2024, and then it was published on April 24th of 2025 because they said, "Yep, this is legit. It's good." And then you got people saying that it's not actually for an mRNA vaccine. It's part of an NAV category, and that does encompass mRNA gene technology used as a vaccine, blah, blah, blah. You guys know me. But they just completely misread this all out of context. They think the publish date is the date they filed and it was authorized that very day they walked in. It didn't happen that
Hmm.
way. As you can see, it took 2 years to get it a patent number authorized, and then it took another year before they would go ahead and say patent granted.
Do you want to talk about what the patent
I'm sorry, go for it. Say it again.
do you want to discuss what the patent actually is for? What
Well,
is it?
this isn't
Why did they
mRNA like
why
what
they
the COVID vaccine is,
right?
but for hantavirus instead of COVID.
Do you
It's
think that it's kind of suspicious at all?
no, because
Like
back in
if we know, like
2022,
how far
everybody and their brother was throwing mRNA patents into the place because, okay, person who created Jonas Salk. Let's go with Jonas Salk creates penicillin, right? Or no, he did the polio vaccine. I'm sorry.
right? Polio, right?
Imagine if he decided, I want to patent this. This technique to make a vaccine, I'm patenting it. Every vaccine ever made from the technique he used, he gets credit for, or a chunk of it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
That's why everybody and their brother who had anything to do with mRNA started throwing patents for every virus out there as an mRNA vaccine. I bet if you go to the patent office, you are going to find probably 50, 60, 70 or more of these type of patents out there, all within the year of the mRNA COVID one being put out. I would say
Is
within a
that
year or
something we
two,
could
most.
is that something we could actually look at on those charts that you had? Is
If
that something we could try to
anybody's
prove?
bored enough or literally just wants to,
I'm
if you have
no, I'm very
insomnia that
curious.
bad, yes, you can. Yeah, you
I'm
can
just
absolutely
saying,
look it
I'm
up.
curious. I'm not uh I'm curious to see if that is true, Crazy Bee, because in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just going conspiracy theories. That's all.
I
Like,
could see the
how
flu. I could
convenient.
see pneumonia. I could see uh, a, s-
Yeah, for me,
everything under
those
the
ones
sun
are, we get
viral.
them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I literally could see them trying to patent those. Everything under the sun that's a virus absolutely could possibly be or is already patented as an mRNA gene therapy technology as a vaccine thing. Yeah.
because prior to this event, when I can't remember when the last outbreak was, that we saw that on the map, right? That was was that the Carson City stuff that we
Yeah, that
saw
was
in
from a
Nevada?
couple that was about 2 years ago. Or no, the 20 yeah,
It
2024
was?
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just and the hantavirus has been around since what, the 1950s, is that correct?
Well, it started as Korean hemorrhagic flu, and
Okay.
then they found it in a couple years later. But the Andes one that they are combating right now on the ship was first
Right.
discovered in 1995. Well, documented
90.
as discovered. I'm sure people got sick from it from before. They just didn't really know what to do about it. So,
So you think that it just seems strange that the patent comes out and the next thing you know, we have people that have contracted hantavirus.
well,
I mean,
they patent the flu vaccine every year for the new strain. Oh no, it's just such
right.
a coincidence that within months of it, oh, there's a new strain of the virus. I mean,
Well, I
this
mean,
isn't really
the
even a new strain. This is a slow
right,
mutating virus. It's not new.
right. But I don't know. In my head, well, I mean, I've been called stupid, so these are stupid questions, I guess I'm
No.
asking. But, the flu and things of that nature, we know that that's coming around every year, right? We
Mhm.
know there's going to be mutations.
Mhm.
But this hantavirus seems like it's almost an exception to the rule. And that's why I'm curious as to how many other, you're saying it's due to the mRNA uh,
Well, no.
possibilities of that.
No, no, no.
Uh,
They're trying to make a they wanted to patent a vaccine before anyone else could ever patent it using the mRNA
right,
technology. However,
right,
I know when someone tried saying that the adverse event was because they put it in the vaccine, and no, that's not how the
right,
mRNA gene therapy one works.
right,
So that was, again, that's a headache in itself to explain. But it's a completely different type of vaccine than what we are traditionally used to. But
right,
the problem is that not a lot of people have had it in a situation where they've been able to um really spread
develop
it to
it, right,
others, because it is kind of a rural out in the middle of nowhere thing that you would likely get, and you don't get a lot of labs and
right,
stuff out there, and most people are sick and die before it can even get to somebody else. And
right,
that's where this breaking out on a cruise ship was not a good thing. But we do know that there are labs around the world working on trying to find cures and treatments against hantavirus.
right,
Because as of right now, it's a good luck as we suction phlegm and fluid out of your lungs and hope you can survive until your body fights this virus off. Because there ain't jack shit we can do for
right,
you. Here's some
right.
oxygen and here's a suction tube. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
basically, and again, I'm simplifying it. I am really oversimplifying it, but that is really all they have right now. Is we're gonna drain your lungs, and we're gonna monitor you because there ain't jack shit. So that's where the couple vials going missing in Australia. I'm not
Right,
surprised. Those were probably pushed to the back of a fridge somewhere, and someone didn't notice it got knocked over when they were trying to do a vial count. And oh, wow,
mm-hmm.
we're missing some. Oh, never mind. It's been there for like 3 years now. Whoops, my bad. Um,
Right, right,
that happens. It's not, it shouldn't happen, but it does happen. And so, again, people are trying to weaponize it, or they're claiming it's being weaponized. I don't want to get us in trouble because on YouTube, but
all
needless to
right. So
say,
then please.
No, I'm
Yes,
not
be
going into
careful there,
details, but needless to
right?
say, the U.S. has a wonderful history of attempting to do this kind of stuff in the past. So,
Right.
again, I'm not going to go into the details. History books are loaded with it. Um, so really, this is to me, this is not out of the ordinary to have a patent filed, especially right after COVID outbreak. They just authorized, they did that emergency authorization on the COVID mRNA vaccine. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as that emergency temporary authorization was up, that means patents can be filed on it.
Right.
And that is what everybody under the sun was basically doing. They're going to put a patent on it. They're going to slap their name on it because if anybody else wants to try it, nope, too bad. Only these people can make it for however many years that the patent will hold. And what most of them are what? 20-year segments?
Something like that, I think.
I think it's 20 to 30-year segments or something like that. And honestly, hold on, I just noticed something. Can I enlarge this is the question, or is this going to be one of those pictures that shrinks as you go? Um,
Yeah, we had a problem with that.
oh, this is other patents that are similar that were being done across the years. Okay. Similar patents and stuff. It looks like my eyesight's really bad right now, but I do have a link to it to where you can actually download the whole patent information, the published
Mm-hmm.
application and the what it's about, what it covers, and you can absolutely read it. And I know some patents can last 60, 70 years or more, depending on who you are and what you want. But this is just one page of it. That's what really
Right.
frustrates me. They don't know what they're reading. They claim the published date is when this was originally brainstormed and just all of it all in one day type of thing. And that's not what happened. It took years, as we can see from these dates over here, to process. And so they slap it out here and tell you guys, look, they had a virus in the wings waiting to be put into action. And that is not what happened. Not even remotely bloody close. They'd been
Mm-hmm.
working on it for years. And then, if you want to take into consideration all the mRNA gene therapy techniques that have been being perfected since like the late 70s to get where
Yep.
we are now with it, I mean, this is just a branch of something that's already and the been in the works. And I can't stand when people make it sound like you should be afraid of medicine because they went searching for a hantavirus vaccine and found a patent that's never even been used to produce anything. As far as I
Mm-hmm.
understand, there has been no vaccine, mRNA or otherwise, for hantavirus manufactured. Now,
Mm-hmm.
could they use this to manufacture some? You betcha.
Uh-huh.
I can't comment further from there. I'm just telling you a fact. They could absolutely put this patent to use if they wanted to. We don't get a say in it because they slapped their name on how to treat a virus this way. So,
Right.
yeah, there's that.
Right.
But I do have the PDF of the full patent here.
Okay.
It is 37 pages long. Um,
And you're gonna read it word for word?
oh, hell no. Are you out of your mind? Okay, now I
Uh-huh.
can pull this up
Just
bigger
fine.
and I hope you guys can see it a little bit better. And it is a United States patent application publication. Um, it is for an mRNA vaccine against hantavirus. And over here is the aspect of an NAV, which is this is the administration of a nucleic acid vaccine. That's an NAV. And in certain aspects, the NAV is a mRNA vaccine. And again, here's the key word in certain aspect. So, again, they
Oh,
are,
somebody.
yeah, it looks like so in this case, they, certain embodiments are directed to use for a polyprotein, so a fake protein, which is alleviated, alleviated to produce GN, N terminal, and GE, C terminal glycoproteins. So again, more proteins are to mimic to mimic the virus. This is we're going to take not the virus itself. We're going to basically take a picture of its nucleotide, and then we're going to go recreate it with this other stuff over here. And then we're going to give it to you as an injection. That's basically what this little abstract thing right here is telling you. Is they're going to take these
Okay.
proteins and they're going to recreate them so it looks, your body thinks it's the hantavirus, and we're going to give it to you. So hopefully well, if it ever works, I will be happy, but we'll see. Um, so yeah, and I just don't know how they could misread this so much to take it as they literally just patented this on purpose
Hmm.
a couple months before a hantavirus. Well, actually, a year before a hantavirus outbreak. So yeah, um, especially a hantavirus that's so hard to get and hard to find and could. I mean, come on. Do you know the level of insanity that they would have to go through to make this an actual intentional outbreak on on a ship? If they thought this was going to spread faster and wider, they really picked a bad virus to do it with because it takes 1 to 8 weeks to incubate. So,
Well, was that part of the plan that you'd be exposed, but you would be out and about for 6 to 8 weeks and not know that you had it and perhaps passed it on easily, and it wasn't like you contracted it in 3 days. We knew you were sick. At the end of that 6 to 8 weeks, would you even know enough to question whether or not you had hantavirus? Like, how would they even know that to look for that?
well, they'd have to wait for someone to drop dead for the testing to be done and then go from there. And yeah, by then it could spread further. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a lot of. Well, I've seen our government do dumber stuff for less and stupider reasons.
Yeah.
The Tuskegee experiment,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
MK Ultra. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, we're just going to assume this was a natural exposure thing until otherwise proven,
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm.
you know, keep an eye on your health though, just to be safe. But no need to panic,
Right.
everyone, unnecessarily. But definitely pay attention to
Right.
your health. This just goes
Right.
in to show you what the different aspects are, what different things look like on a microscopic level. And this all has to be patent. This all has to be put into the application. Anytime you're doing a vaccine, you got to provide this kind of info. Um, oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, wait, what happened to their? Shouldn't that have changed? No, it's not supposed to. I was just glancing. And this, okay, what? Before I go far, so what this is basically saying, this is an unmodified RNA, and so days post challenge, basically the percentage of survival after getting the vaccine. So regular is 100. This is a specific dose. You can see it kind of dips and comes down to like a 60% survival. And then these ones are going back to the other two tests are steady at 100%. So
Mm-hmm.
um, and this is over a 70-day where they euthanize the animals afterwards. Any that survived were euthanized, I should say. It was 5 hamps. I'm going to not get us in trouble. I'm going to just.
Okay then.
Yep, we're gonna.
And again, just as a reminder, this is for informational purposes. Uh,
Only.
and this is from a legit Source?
The U.S. Patent Office.
No way.
Mm,
I thought you were making this up on the fly.
well, I mean, everybody else was trying to say that this chick made a what was that AI generated application, and that it
Uh-huh.
wasn't real. No, it's
Yep.
real. She just doesn't know what she's reading, and so there's
Right.
that. And then yeah, and then there's all this other nonsense supporting everything they claim from the above. So um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to yeah, something shocked me, and if I read any further out loud and elaborate on it, it's going to be a problem. So, what's next?
I sent you over an article uh, with the original, I believe, South Korean scientist.
Okay, 1 second. Let me add it to the show notes, and then I'll open it up, and then we can cover that. Um,
Yes.
oh no, this is after
And
her.
you got to,
This. Here we
yeah, you got to come in through ground news on that.
go. Okay.
So it's the first article that's there.
Well, let's hope it stays in the same order that it sent it to you.
It pops up in, yeah.
It,
Well, if not, I have the name of it. So
yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me pop it in here. Oh,
yeah, there you go. That's it, the first one there.
okay. Can I open it? Oh, that's just a summary. Um,
Yeah, can you click on the
uh,
scroll down there, Crazy Bee, the
no,
first one.
is this?
No, go back
No, that was not it. This one
and
right here,
scroll down. Says Hantavirus and the Legacy. Yeah.
and not in English.
The one I have is in English.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I gotta go shut Trump up for a second.
he's still talking in the back, huh?
Yeah. Actually, turns out this is a Vietnamese, according to the Google Translate. So, let me enlarge
Okay.
this. That way you can see.
Well, I didn't mean it was in Korean. I meant it talked about the legacy of the
Ah,
South Korean scientist.
well, I didn't,
So,
didn't see it. I just was quickly popping in, and
there you
the
go.
believe it or not, Vietnamese and Korean and Thai are very similar in their writing styles to a degree, and it can catch me off guard. So,
Okay, Grasshopper. The research achievements of the late South Korean uh, virologist Lee, we're just going to go by Lee, I'm not up for this tonight, on the hantavirus are attracting renewed attention following a suspected outbreak linked to the virus on the MV Hondas cruise ship. And there's a picture of Dr. Lee. He
yep.
discovered the hantavirus and he developed the hantavirus vaccine. What? Okay. It's called Hantavax vaccine. We didn't see that anywhere in our notes, Crazy Bee.
That's probably because it wasn't done in America, and also it is probably for that the one that's specific
The,
for the
the
Korean
strain.
region versus the
Yeah, the
Andes
strain.
one and the
Right.
American one.
Okay. According to the Korean National Archives, Professor Lee Hoo-wong was the first person to successfully isolate the hantavirus from the lungs of hamsters in 1976 and also developed the world's first vaccine against the disease called Hantavax in 1988. This is considered a rare case where a scientist both identified the causative
Causative.
agent of the disease and developed a preventative vaccine. Professor Lee's research stems from an effort to find the cause of the disease, once known as Korean dengue fever, which affected over 3,000 United Nations soldiers during the Korean War, 1950 to 1953, near the present day inter Korean border. Suspecting rodents were the source of the disease, Lee began catching over 3,000 rats in border areas in the late 1960s. He overcame many difficulties, including the risk of contracting the disease, to aid his research. From a rat sample caught near the Honton River, which flows through Gangwon and I forget how to say that, oh, don't tell anybody,
Yeah, just
provinces,
don't. Yeah.
Professor Lee, yeah, identified the causative virus and named it Honton virus, later widely known as hantavirus. In 1980, he further identified the Seoul virus variant. According to the research, the hantavirus is transmitted to humans primarily through contact with the saliva, urine, or feces of infected rodents. Based on this finding, the research team conducted their own vaccine trials before commercialization. The Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency, KDCA, stated that the circulating virus strains in South Korea have a mortality rate of less than 5%. In 2024, the country recorded 373 infections, mostly in rural areas. However, the virus strain suspected of being linked to the outbreak on the MV Hondas is believed to have a mortality rate of up to 40% and is commonly found in South America, particularly in the areas near the Andes Mountains. The KDCA assessed that the risk to South Korea remains low because the rodents carrying this disease virus do not live in the country. Oh, what'd they do? All move to the city?
Pretty
Oops.
much.
However, officials advised people traveling to South America to avoid contact with wild rats and areas that may contain rodent droppings. Experts say that although the hantavirus is still circulating globally, there is currently no fully proven effective treatment.
I have a question.
So this, mhm.
When you're out traveling, do you intentionally try going to find wild rats?
I not lately. Back in the day I might have, but I don't do it anymore. I don't know. Like, oh, there's a wild rat. Get out of the car. Hurry, let's go catch it.
Like me,
I
who
want to pet it.
I love rats, but I also know to be suspicious as hell of wild ones.
Right,
Like,
right.
yeah, I'm not going to befriend you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you have disease wise. No.
Hmm.
Sorry. You're going to have to go get your food elsewhere. You're cute, but I'm not taking you in. I'm not petting you.
Right,
I'm not bathing you.
right,
I don't know you. I don't know your lineage. I kind of got to be picky here. That's what I do when I see a
right,
wild rat. I'm like, oh, aren't you so cute? Now I'm going to go the other way. It's common
right,
sense. Like, they make it sound like people on vacation are trying to track and catch and pet wild rats.
right.
I don't think that's what's
That's a little bit
happening.
on the right. I think that's a tad ridiculous.
No.
And uh, as of this afternoon, if you would read this one, Crazy Bee, if you don't mind.
Okay.
This is up in Canada. They're taking precautions on 26 more Canadians being contacted for low risk.
Low risk
So
is
this would be
much
our
better than some of the options.
right. And so well, is it necessary to how do you feel about it? Should there be the transparency that they inform the public that 26 are at low risk? I mean, if we're going to start doing that, well,
I mean, in case
can't
they
I don't
came into contact with somebody, like, okay, I would love to know if somebody with this stopped it at the gas station where my son works.
right.
I
Yep,
would like to know. Oh, buddy, did you see these people come through your store? No? Okay,
right,
thank you. I feel better. I get there's
right,
some logic to it. I do. But also, if they are being quarantined on the ship and then medically quarantined to the Canada, or um, let's say they were found that they have come into contact with somebody else who'd been on the ship and go straight to quarantine and not go and have like a bender and a couple other parties and maybe an orgy or
Right.
two on their way to get quarantined. I think we're pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you knew you had a highly contagious disease that could kill you, what would you go and party on your way to the quarantine center?
You would think not.
Okay, that's kind of the logic I
So,
go with.
yeah. So we're looking for the CBC News article.
Um, CBN? Or no, there it is, CBC. I see
CBC.
it.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Do I need to? Yes, I'm going to need to enlarge this. It is tiny. Why, Canada? Why? Why would you make your print so small?
Because we can.
Do you want to do the listen to the article?
Oh, no, I'd rather you read it if you don't mind. I don't like those listen tos. It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
So, more
You're in
Canadians
control.
are being contacted after having been on the same flights as a confirmed hantavirus case, according to federal health officials. Canada's Chief Public Health Officer, Dr. Joss Reimer, said during a news conference Thursday that local public health units are contacting 26 people who were on the same plane as a hantavirus case. The case has been is stemming from the deadly hunt. How many times are they going to say hantavirus in a paragraph? Jeez, oh Pete. Yeah,
Hunta, hunta, hunta,
we
hunta.
get it. It came from the damn ship. The 26 people are considered low risk, said Reimer, because there's no evidence that they sat near or had any direct or prolonged contact with the hantavirus case. Okay. Reimer did not say what provinces these people live in. Well, probably because it's scattered. I mean, there's
Mm,
26 of them. Local, local, local is a new word.
there you go.
Local.
What's it a combat?
I mean,
Sorry.
it's not that I combined words. I just changed the
Make
C
new ones
sound.
up. Okay.
I went from a C to a K. Local.
Great.
Local public health is working to get in contact with all 26 of these individuals. Yeah, no shit, you guys are working on it. Even though they're still people are being monitored through the at-risk period. Okay, then it goes into what is the hantavirus. Low-risk contacts relate to the flight from St. Helen in Johannesburg and a second flight from Johannesburg to Amsterdam, according to a spokesperson in Canada. This brings the total number of Canadians connected to the hantavirus to a whopping 36 out of how many that live in Canada. Okay.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
And then 9 are high risk, and 6 of whom were passengers on the ship. Okay. So 9 people that were really high risk and 6 that were directly there. Everyone else, according to the federal health officials, remains low risk. The total also includes one person who has now been deemed low risk after previously being identified as high risk. Congrats. You know, I don't know why they dragged this out. Like, okay,
But we talked about it yesterday. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I think it's done. This is a more, I believe, on the left side, and so this repetition, I think, subconsciously gets into your head that you have this, constant bombardment of the same words, the same type of vocabulary from either one article, multiple people, multiple news outlets saying the same thing, and the next thing you know, you're able to articulate it and say, "Yeah, hantavirus, hantavirus." I mean, it's just
low risk, medium risk.
uh
Oh,
huh,
I'm special. I know
hmm
these new buzzwords.
uh huh,
Again,
absolutely.
Yes, the people directly exposed on the ship or on a plane with that person who left early. Okay, yep, go get quarantined. See you in about 2 months. You're good. And we'll all be praying for you that nothing goes wrong in the meantime. Because, I mean, here we are.
Exactly.
Oh, they're um, saying that, they're having some of them just self isolate for 45 days,
Right.
which I don't
And how do
like.
you know that that's really going to happen?
Well, and see, that's one of the things I have an issue with because we know this is the Andes hantavirus and it does transmit person to
Right.
person. I think anyone who is shown to have symptoms should be quarantined in a medical facility until further notice. I don't like them saying just, quarantine at home, self
I
isolate.
agree.
I
I agree.
There's way too much risk. Way too much
Yep.
risk. So, but that's just my standpoint. Um, I'm trying to see if there's anything else meaningful in this because they're repeating about that contact again. Canadians not
All
being
right.
tested, even though other countries are testing their citizens who were passengers on board. Canadian health officials say at this time they will only test people who show symptoms. Makes sense because without symptoms, there's not enough bacteria or virus in the system to show you what it is. So that makes sense. And there's no need to be testing everyone, like they said, right away, let alone the entire population. Keep it to the people who are symptomatic and were obviously there. I like that. Common sense. Just do a better job at, putting them in a better quarantine situation, my personal opinion. Um, the biggest risk, Reimer said, is that people will get a falsely negative test and not take their isolation requirements seriously. Oh, kind of like, never mind. I'm going to shut up. I
Uh-huh.
want to get,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Just
you know where I'm going.
keep
So
on going.
actually,
I hear you.
it just
You're
bounces into the last of the hantavirus, scary hantavirus, this, that, the other.
right.
Mm. The hantavirus is
Okay. I
giving us a
sent it.
sinking feeling despite expert reassurances. You need psychiatric care if it's causing you a sinking feeling. I'm perfectly fine. Anyways, that's that for that article.
Okay. So then there's another one we have on the Case Go See Daddy board. All right. We have another one then about where we're at in the United States as of late this afternoon.
Okay, let me get this into the show notes.
Live on air. Rex Sisters is doing real research.
Again,
Mm-hmm.
did you sucker your dad into letting you get more stuff on Fortnite? Roblox this time? Re- I will deal with you two when this is done. Sorry, folks. She suckers her dad into so much. I'm telling you. My daughter's a handful. No, I did not. My dad would have kicked my butt and told me to get out, and no. Anyways, which article were we looking for?
The one that you have pulled up.
Oh, that's just the summary.
Go down to the keep going. Down,
Uh,
down, down, or up, up, up. Hold on. The third one there. The
Statements Journal.
CDC makes no, the one where CDC monitoring 41 people's. Yes, Statesman's Journal. I'm sorry, I couldn't see that little.
Okay. Uh, uh, Stop. Go elsewhere. Um, so there are no confirmed cases of hantavirus in the U.S. But we were told
No
Trump
way.
evil, and oh my God, we're all gonna die
Yeah, and
because
isn't it?
Trump said
And
no to
isn't it?
the WHO.
Uh-huh. And isn't it interesting? I really haven't heard too much. Have you?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Kind of been
So
quiet, hasn't it?
yeah, they're monitoring a whopping 41 people for possible exposure following the deadly
Okay.
outbreak linked to the Honda's cruise ship thing. The first group consists of 18 passengers. Go away advertisement. So the first group is 18, and they are sent to facilities in Nebraska and Atlanta. The second group includes 7 passengers who left the ship and returned home before the outbreak was identified. Wow, we found them pretty fast. And the third group includes
Yeah.
16 people who may have been exposed while traveling on a flight from St. Helena to Johannesburg, with 1 infected passenger. Well, good for them.
Okay.
So these are the states involved. Obviously, Atlanta, I think this is Nebraska right here, are the ones that are
Mm-hmm.
running the CDC show. Uh, the quarantine, sorry. So, 16 were Americans, currently residing in the National Quarantine Unit University and Nebraska Medical Center, including an Oregon doctor who helped care for patients on the ship. Okay, makes sense. Some of the people are
Mm-hmm.
at home monitoring their health in close coordination with their state and local health departments, which on the last article I gave my opinion about that, and I think it's dumb, very dangerous and risky. Um,
Right.
and that's according to David Fitter, Dr. David Fitter, I apologize, the agency's hantavirus response lead. The CDC is not using our federal quarantining authority on people to mandate quarantines, Fitter said. If anyone develops symptoms, we work with the local health department to ensure rapid access to testing and care. Fitter said the CDC is developing plans tailored to the specific situation and emphasized that people under monitor are being urged not to travel. No shit. You think? Most people under monitor are considered high risk exposure. The CDC recommends that everyone under monitoring stay home and avoid being around people during their 42-day monitoring period. Fitter said that as of May 14th, there are no positive Hanta cases in the United States tied to the outbreak. Wow. Geez, but Trump bad, and he didn't respond properly, and that's the end of the article. Um, but I'm adding in the context of all the other news articles that Trump did all this, and but you know what? This entire outbreak isn't
Mm-hmm.
that scary to begin with, but he's still bad. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. There's that.
Right. This one I
Mm-hmm.
have coming up for us, Crazy Bee. This is we're looking for the Fox News one.
Okay. Gotta drop
That
this
is
in here in the show notes.
it sparks COVID flashbacks.
It does not spark COVID flashbacks for anyone with a brain.
Actually, it's not flashbacks, dear. It's actually PTSD. So,
Well, flashbacks are a symptom of PTSD
I recognize that, but we're talking significant PTSD. So,
from a virus that
and I
most didn't actually
right.
die from. Mm,
Oh yeah,
okay,
and then there was
yeah.
this one. I don't know. I don't know why this. Oh, I was looking for the video on this. That's why. Okay, let me see if I can find one. Go ahead.
Hold on.
The hell is it? We might have to go with this. Oh, yep. Uh, Thought I put that in there. No. Oh yes, I did. Did I or did not?
Am I
Where
going to
do
be
I
able to read this without
begin?
making fun of people?
Do give it your best. So you're looking for the Fox News.
Yep, the one at top. Um, um,
Yes, yes, there you go.
as someone who's actually had real flashbacks because of a real traumatic event that required real serious issue, like treatment, and still go through.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really like them. Yeah. So basically they're trying to say it's the same, but it's not the same because, um,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey JJ, glad to see
Get
you.
in your bed. Hi, JJ. Get in your bed. Go.
Okay, so although COVID began with a foreign strain and spread rapidly around the world,
Mm-hmm.
is it likely
Tell us.
hantavirus will behave? It's not likely hantavirus will behave the same way. Yeah, because COVID is a rapid mutating virus, i.e., Spanish flu, the flu we get. Hanta is a slow mutating virus, like polio and, well, tuberculosis is actually bacteria, but still, polio. Yeah, they'd be better off comparing it to polio than they would frickin' COVID. Why do they?
Go ahead. Read, 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 read,
So the
read.
rare, not common like COVID, but the rare Andes virus was linked to the dang cruise ship is the only known hantavirus strain that has the capability of spreading person to person, usually through prolonged close contact. And because we know it takes so long to incubate, we isolate people when we suspect it. Oh, rare hantavirus human to human transmission suspected on the luxury cruise ship, where three have died. Yes, it happens. Um, Fox News senior medical analyst Dr. Mark Siegel spoke with Fox on News Digital about the similarities and the differences between hantavirus and coronavirus, noting there is no comparison. Like I've been saying, why news people are asking this when patients can just ask their doctors? Anyways,
Doctors. Yep.
you could say the comparison ends with they're both single strand RNA viruses. Yeah, that's true. And they have the word virus
Mhm.
in them. But uh, that is and they said he said that's a comparison, but hantavirus has been unchanged basically for decades. Like polio, like I've been saying. Coronavirus was different because it began to mutate. Yes, like the flu. Started off as the Spanish flu in 1918, and now we just have flu A,
Right.
flu B, flu
Right.
1, flu 2, C through
Right.
K, and all this other stuff. But okay, so that's basically it caused all kinds of problems. Yes, we don't know why it started to mutate. Wait, you're
Right.
a doctor and you don't know why a virus started to mutate? Okay, Biology 101. Viruses mutate to make themselves less deadly to the home they're trying to create in your body. They don't want your body to reject them. They want to live a long, happy life in your intestines and in wherever else they are in your bloodstream.
Yes, ma'am.
So, a
Yes,
virus
ma'am.
does not want to be rejected by your body. So, it tries to mutate to make itself more like compatible with the host, you. That's why viruses mutate. Sometimes they mutate in a bad way that actually makes them more dangerous. But a good chunk of the time, they mutate into ways that are less deadly. Like Spanish flu in 1918, super deadly. Flu today, still mostly deadly, but not nearly as bad as it was back in 1918. So we're making leaps and
Mm-hmm.
bounds. And the virus is making options as well over the years.
Right.
So that is Biology 101 for virus mutation. According to the biology books in college and in high school, where I went and graduated from high school and my college studies, and the doctors I worked with, all saying the same thing. So don't come at me. I'm using the government provided free education that my public schools provided. Sorry.
Right.
Just, I gotta cover our asses. I'm sorry. And so he goes on to drag out this article basically saying there is no comparison. Um,
Mm.
nope, I'm not answering that right now. They want another freaking thing. So, he says there have been hantavirus cases in the U.S. for decades, although they are very rare, Siegel noted. Certain factors of this disease spread are changing, including warming temperatures that are causing rodents to migrate north towards Buenos Aires, according to the doctor. Except the virus was picked up at the very bottom of Argentina, according to the map.
Right.
What
Right.
is he talking about?
Mhm. We saw it. We saw it yesterday, as a matter of fact.
What do warming temperatures have to do with contracting this at the bottom of Argentina, where there's just like a quick flight to Antarctica? Like, they literally took the ship by Antarctica, just so you know. So, like,
Right.
that's. Oh, I wish people would get more info before they run their mouths.
Right.
Okay. So here's the virus
All right. And I
timeline.
think, yeah,
What
go
was
ahead.
that?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, because you went muffled for a second. I couldn't hear what you said. So,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
the current outbreak stemming from the cruise ship did not help the cause. Okay, Siegel went on, but this spread doesn't suggest that the virus has changed. Rather, it shows how close quarters on a ship are very conducive to spread. Yeah, we kind of knew that when, like, Christopher Columbus came over and lost half his crew. Like, I mean, it doesn't take
Yeah.
genius. The Mayflower, how many
It took
pilgrims
a while for
died?
those. Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry. These are our experts. These are our experts. I
Mm-hmm.
am truly sorry. Like, I can, with basic high school education and working as a medical assistant with a degree of college education too, to get that job, I can come up with that just using common sense and the biology and the various other things I was taught over the years. That's not extremely the same level as he was taught. But he's sorry. I am so sorry,
Yep,
folks. This just gets on my
you're okay.
nerves.
Go
It
ahead.
really, I can't
Continue.
stand it.
Just
So, the better.
please continue. We have one more. Yeah, we have one more article on this, and then uh, we can talk about how you want to move forward. Then, all right?
Okay. The better comparison is to make the hantavirus and bird flu, which is predominantly animal based but occasionally infects humans. Now, that's probably the smartest thing he said in this entire conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are billions of birds, and every year we talk about how it's going to cause a pandemic, but it would have to mutate significantly, he pointed out. I feel that hantavirus would have to mutate significantly before it could go human to human in any significant way, because this is basically an animal virus.
Mm-hmm.
It's very comfortable inside a rodent host. Yes, it is. That's why rats don't usually die from it. But when it gets passed to a human, we do. So Siegel went on to say if you get the virus, you're in trouble. But getting this virus is very difficult. So quit trying to go get it. Oh, regarding fears that another global pandemic may be looming, Siegel said that is just because one virus becomes widespread doesn't mean it's all virus as well. Yes. So coronaviruses are airborne anyway. This is not. And coronaviruses mutate a lot, and this does not. He said, I'm much more concerned about the flu than this. Flu can mutate all the time, and it's already going to human all over the place, and it's airborne. My commentary has literally been reiterated by him and confirmed I'm not crazy for saying it the way I did. Test yourself with our latest lifestyle quiz. Oh, no, sorry. Most infectious disease specialists are more worried about the flu than this. As deadly as this can be, he added, we're talking apples and oranges, and any comparison you make after that provokes fear. Thank you. He didn't have to drag it out that long. I could have
Right.
summed that up a lot
Absolutely.
faster.
Okay, well, we'll see if you can do that with the next article, and that'll be the last one for today on hantavirus. And then we can talk about how you want to see things going forward. How about that?
What I, fortunately, they're not going to
Mm-hmm.
do anything the logical way because fear is more useful.
Right. Go to the Euronews article that I just sent you.
I'm going to pull it up. Just give me a moment. I got to get into the show notes and then
Okay.
pull it up over here. And come
Okay, and then go
on.
over here and go up here and
Yep.
down there and this way and that way and
Spin around.
uh-huh 10 times and touch your toes and
That
stand
ain't
up
gonna
real quick.
happen. I spin around 10 times and go to touch my toes. I'm going face first into the floor.
We're going down, right?
You
Yeah, there
said
you go.
Euro News. Where?
The
Mm,
Euronews with they parachuted into a remote island.
are you sure you sent it to me?
Yeah, I believe I did, ma'am. Let me double check.
Because the last
One
one I
moment,
got was for
please.
the Fox
Ding
News
dong.
one.
Okay,
And that's
hold
what I
on.
ended up
Ding
pulling up a second
dong.
time.
Okay,
Whoopsie.
maybe it didn't copy over. Ding dong. Guess what you're getting, but that's not what you want. Okay, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. I have to copy it.
Whoops.
That's funny, isn't it? Okay, hold up. Come on. You can do it. Can we? Copy. Yeah, we're good people. We can find the research. We just can't copy and paste it. That's all.
It
Try
happens.
that crazy bee.
It
Wait,
looks
is
like
that
the
the
same
same
one.
one? No.
Yes.
What is going? Okay, one more time. One moment, please. Oh, tell me you're kidding,
You might have
right?
to click into the
Uh,
actual news article you want and then copy it from the
I did
browser
that.
bar.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on, I did that. Here we go. Try it again.
JJ says ding
Okay.
dong.
Yep. Ding dong. Okay. You go directly to the article. It says it's now playing, but it doesn't want to pull it up. Try this. Okay, here it is here. Okay, now can I get it over to you?
$1 million question.
Copy the link. Copy. Copy. One more time. I better not be humming, then we'll be get hit with a copyrights for
Unless you
song.
create your own new song.
Uh-huh. Try that. There you
Okay,
go. Now we
there.
got it. There it is. Now we got it.
All right, now we are in the right order. Paste.
So, and I think that's a video you can play with along with the article.
Okay. Well, we'll see if it'll play for me. Okay, what in the blazes is going on? There we go. Oh, That looks like fun if I wasn't afraid of dying. Okay, that was pretty
And
cool.
it says no comment.
Well, they didn't say
That's
anything
funny.
or anything more. Yeah, they did not
Uh-huh.
comment.
Right.
No,
So if you wanna,
I wanted
yeah,
to stop. There we go.
yeah. I need you to, can you click back? Because that pulled up a different video.
Will it
Go
let me?
back.
Yeah, I gotta just pause it before it starts. There.
Okay. Then- Yeah, let's check out the article real quick if it says anything. The UK Army parachutes onto a remote Atlantic island over suspected hantavirus case. The British
Oh,
military parachuted
hold on.
medics. That's okay. Go
Why
ahead.
won't it? Why did it do that? I don't want the video that large. I want to read the other stuff. What the fudge? Oh, really? Okay, there. It won't let me do any bigger.
That's okay. The British military parachuted medics and emergency supplies into Tristan da Cunha after a resident was suspected of contracting hantavirus. British Army medics have parachuted on a boat South Atlantic territory of Tristan da Cunha. One of the 221 residents has a suspected case of hantavirus. The patient was a passenger on the MV Hanta disembarked last month. UK Defence Ministry says a team of 6 paratroopers and 2 medical clinicians Saturday from a Royal Air Force transport plane, which also dropped oxygen and medical equipment. And Cunha is Britain's most remote and visited overseas territory, 1,400 island, group of volcanic islands with no air, usually accessible only by boat on a 6-day voyage from South Africa. Big team. I guess they're what, gonna check it out and perhaps
I mean, if it's
we'll,
part of their
we'll go
territory, it's their responsibility to take care of it.
right. I guess would be ours as well, right?
I mean, if it was our area, yeah, we would have to
Right.
we would have to go after
I
and
mean,
help Puerto
I
Rico and stuff
yeah,
like that.
right, exactly. I view the article that we read regarding the UK's wanting to have that cross border having better communication skills and all that. As I said, you would have thought that they would have put those protocols into place during and after COVID happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? And obviously that didn't occur, but I kind of translate that over to be our 50 states, right? Each state having its own border and each state doing maybe perhaps something a little bit differently
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to how they respond to these types of emergencies. So you would hope that there would be some type of coordinated effort, either coming down from the feds or through, state co-op kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But do we really? That's one something else we didn't really look into either was, exactly what do the states do. We provided you with the levels yesterday of how the CDC goes through their ratings levels on how their escalations for these types of things happens, and I'm assuming it's very similar from state to state. Do you know any different,
Um,
Crazy B, like from
f-
Michigan to? Kentucky? Like, do they do a lot
Emergency
of
response
different?
is usually pretty straightforward. You triage people, get the ones who need the most care taken care of first, ones who are savable versus ones who are, well, what can we actually do? Is there anything we can do type thing? Because again, and sometimes in a triage situation, people do die because you just don't have the equipment there
Right,
to save them at that time. And there is literally nothing you can do. So why waste resources on someone who's already dying or that close to dead, and when you could use those
right,
resources to save a life? So that's your standard triage in an emergency. um and then just keep people safe, warm and fed and hydrated until help comes in. And again,
mm-hmm,
even in a viral outbreak, you quarantine the people up. I mean, so like even if there was like an earthquake, you would handle it slightly different than if it was a flood or a blizzard. I mean, so each state's going to have its own response depending on its necessity, but generally it all
right,
is run the same way. Red Cross will be there, state militias will step in and help. I mean, every state's, like I said, it's pretty much the same, even though it's kind of caters specifically to its needs.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, so we have presented 3 days worth of information regarding the hantavirus. And Crazy Bee, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of haunted out. And unless we would have any type of significant development, do you want to go any further
I think
than this?
I
Uh,
mean, it's again, unless somebody out there is doing or saying something stupid, trying to make it sound
right,
like it's worse than it is, or it's a government inflicted infection going out on people and stuff. Unless you got some kind of documentation to back it up, I mean, try to keep that stuff to yourself until you can prove it. Otherwise, you're
right,
just scaring people unnecessarily. And again, don't go around
right,
talking like the patent was filed on purpose just days before, when it was actually filed probably along with millions others doing the same thing years
right.
ago. Just people, chill out. It's not the end of the world, literally.
Hmm.
So, other than that,
Okay. So we're at about, right. So we're at about 20 to 8. And one series that we're taking a look at, and perhaps we can take a look. I don't know if you have them available, Crazy Bee, the two videos that were kind of the jumping off point with the teens.
ooh, do I still have that? No, you don't. You never will. Go away, child. You're lucky I love you. Um, he listened. Damn, that's a first.
Hmm, that's interesting. Where have I heard those words before? But I love you.
Where was it? Ah, here it is. Hold on. They're news articles, is what
Okay,
I've got.
so
I apologize. I have news
is that
articles.
okay? I thought we had some videos
Yeah, but
on
then the
those.
hantavirus outbroke it. I didn't get a chance to go through and go ahead and edit
Okay,
those
all right,
because hantavirus.
gotcha. So we are going to be doing some coverage on the craziness that is going throughout the country from New York to just probably San Francisco, not was
Everywhere.
it St. Louis or everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. And Crazy B and I, the first couple, we were like, these are kind of outlier kinds of things. And now it's really become prevalent.
Hmm.
So much so that as we go through the articles, you'll hear what some of these malls, with the steps they're taking, and they're on the rather drastic side, I'd say.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me enlarge this if I
so,
can.
so you'll see these either we'll pop them up individually. We have a whole section on this. If you guys come across anything, I'm going to drop it in the Discord or directly to the DMs. We welcome that as we're trying to put together this info. But this is sheer craziness. So you
Hmm. Do you want me to hit
If
play
you
and then
want
we'll
to do
go
this
over
one,
the
Crazy
article?
Bee, yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. And then I'll read the next one. You do this one.
Alrighty. Let's see if it'll load.
Okay.
New tonight at 6, Cumberland Mall will have teen curfews in place this weekend after a takeover event at the Battery turned chaotic. On Saturday, 17 people were arrested. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn is live from Cumberland Mall. And Patrick, on this coming Saturday, teens will now have to be with an adult.
And this is a one-day curfew here at Cumberland Mall just for Saturday. And mall officials said they've never done this before, but given the chatter that they're seeing online about a takeover event here at Cumberland Mall on Saturday night, they said that they had to take necessary.
Oh. That was weird.
A frenzy at the Battery over the weekend, a teen takeover. Hundreds of youth crowding into the popular entertainment complex. Crowds turned into chaos. At least 17 people were arrested, including 7 teens and 8 adults charged with inciting to riot, prowling, obstruction, and other charges. And now a half-mile away, Cumberland Mall issuing a teen curfew to avoid the same scene. After posts like this started circulating on social media saying, Cumberland Mall takeover, be there or hear about it, February 28th. On Saturday after 3 o'clock, anyone who appears under the age of 18 will have to be accompanied with an adult. A spokesperson for the mall saying this is the first time they've implemented this parental guidance required program, adding, quote, this PGR program is in response to recent social media activity indicating the potential for disruptive, unsupervised gatherings of youth. PGR is intended to help provide a safe, peaceful experience at our shopping center for all guests. Cobb County Police says it will have extra officers on hand on Saturday and at another takeover event planned for Six Flags Over Georgia on its opening day in mid-March. And we did reach out to Six Flags officials tonight. They are aware of this potential takeover event on March 14th. However, they did not provide a comment on how they're preparing for it. They pointed me to their chaperone policy. Anyone inside the park at Six Flags who's under 15 years needs to have an adult accompanied with them. That is still true in case of an event in roughly 2 weeks' time. And the curfew policy here at Cumberland Mall, it will start at 3 o'clock on Saturday. From Cobb County, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
That's wild that they're using social media in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's basically what the article was, is just, yeah, the article is just the transcript of the newscast. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty wild.
And this, yeah, and we saw, I think this one or the other one was the first one. And we were quite taken aback by the violence.
Yeah, let me pull up the second one, because this was the preparations for a takeover, potential takeover.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to pull this one up. I hope this isn't, nope, this is different. Okay.
Well, this was this in follow-up to that? Because this is
These
the
were put
14
together.
were arrested and they found 10 guns.
Yeah, this was put together in the thing. I think it's a completely different event, but it happened still in Atlanta. But I believe it was a completely different event than the
okay.
one place. So let's see.
Hold on. Let's see if it's in the notes, Crazy Bee, before you hit play. I don't see which. It doesn't say the name of the mall.
I don't think this was a
gives
mall.
the address.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some stolen property and stuff too. 9 juveniles and 8 adults were charged with the
Yeah, it says there was a similar.
Oh, that was the last one we just watched. So
right.
Evidently this is different, so.
The different one, right.
Let me hit
So there
play.
was a couple of them.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead first.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, these are happening all over the United States, by the way. This is just Atlanta's covering.
Yeah, I mean, we got these at the beginning.
Law enforcement agencies.
We've had these for quite a while, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes, we've had them since I want to say
March
early
1st.
March.
March 1st is
And
actually the date on here.
yeah.
Actually, the first
So
one
we've
goes back to
had these
February
two sitting there.
26th, and then the second one was March 1st.
Yeah. Right. And we saw that we were like, something's up here. And it's been relatively, it's not been every weekend, but it's been a steady uptick in these types of teen takeovers, as they're being called.
Mm-hmm.
And why? And if they're being able to use social media, I mean, damn, they've learned from what, mainstream media? Here's the word of the day. Here's where we're going today. I don't know.
Potentially. But I
Yeah.
will say that
I mean,
whoever
and
is
what would you?
pushing this and starting it and getting the teens to do this, because I guarantee there's an adult behind this, daring teens to do something stupid,
Yes.
and
Right.
they need to figure out which adults are behind the teens being this stupid. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
gotta love it.
Yep.
All right, let's see what this one was about.
Were able to get in front of a rumored teen takeover set for yesterday.
And they were staying right on top of that. Tonight, we have learned that 14 people were arrested in connection with that possible event.
Atlanta police are telling us a large group of unsupervised minors gathered near the Beltline last night. We're told officers were called to shots fired on North Avenue during the operation, resulting in 5 arrests there. They also took several people into custody after a dispute on Ponce. Charges among the 14 individuals arrested include aggravated assault and terrorist threats. Police say officers recovered 10
Terrorist
firearms
threats?
Saturday night. One parent was charged with a curfew violation.
One parent was even charged?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Ugh. How are parents involved in this and not caring? I care what my
Because there's
kids are
always
up
got to
to.
be some idiot. Yeah, there's always got to be some idiot, right?
That's true.
I mean, that is either oh no, not my kid, or oh yeah, let me get involved without knowing anything about the situation. I mean, I just don't see how this is occurring and you're letting your teen out and not knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And for a curfew violation for one teen, that means they probably were already in trouble for something
Right?
by
Mm-hmm.
law. And that curfew violation, parents are in trouble just as much as the teen is, because the courts are going to step in at that point and be like,
Mm-hmm.
yep, all of you are in trouble now. So,
Right.
jeez. Keep an eye on the kids, folks. Quit tolerating your kids being, well, pain in the asses like mine does. I'll get back at them. So, my kids, they're going to get it. But, yeah. I don't, I mean, like, kids getting a hold of guns. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I know we've talked about, like, now there's two kids in the family that I've been close to who have they're underaged. We're talking 16 and under, two of them under
Right.
16, that got their hands on guns that they were not supposed to get a hold of.
Right.
And one ended up, I guess, on probation. The other, so far, is just a stern warning. And the other kid who provoked it, well, was helping, like, basically doing the reaching where the other one couldn't reach. That one is looking at potential jail time for
Right.
juvenile delinquent type behavior. So, yeah, wow. What's up with these kids?
Right.
I don't get it.
I don't either. All right. So then, with that being said, then we're done with that. And I'm going to send you also over another short. We has the first short from Nizel
Oh,
or
this one
Nizzle.
right here.
Yes. So we're going to get ready to end the show. I'm actually surprised we were able to make it all the way through the hantavirus. And congratulations to both of us for trying to stay on point.
It was hard for me because there was a couple of things that just like I saw that I'm like, wait, what?
I know. But you did good, girl. I didn't have to say the magic words, not one time.
Yeah. But I said it to myself out loud because, well, I was caught that off guard. And I will explain to
That's
you as
funny.
soon as we are off air what the hell
We're
shocked me
done.
so
There you
bad.
go.
So,
Right.
because if I
Okay,
read that
so
out
why
loud,
don't
we're in
we,
trouble.
okay. Well, let's not do that.
Let's hit play and
And,
watch this cute doggy.
okay.
Oh, I love Great Danes, by the way. Oh, shoot. Can't play the music. What a goofball. Oh, here comes the horse running into
Do
the
they,
kitchen.
does it have music the whole, does it have music the whole way through? Because some of it
Oh, some of it, no.
Okay, so go back, lady, past.
Oh, hold on. I gotta go back, get past that truck one. Right here. There we are.
Right there. Yeah, there you go.
Everybody thinks that she's so big. Guys, she's the tiniest thing.
What in the world?
I'll be right back. Move your nose.
Give me my shoe. It hurts so bad.
Great Danes are great.
Come on. How'd you get up there? Oh, that's outside. What are you doing? What are you doing? Chopper. Really? Really? Sit on my lap.
Oh, that dog did not just fart on the other.
What do you have?
Oh, he's got the phone.
Why do you have my cell phone?
Oh, no.
Drop
That
it.
is not okay. Whoops. Can't do the music. There we go. Ice. Oh, not ice. Took out the whole pillar.
The most dangerous animal on this planet.
Aww.
Got it.
Mr. Horse, are you coming to get some?
He just ate a grasshopper.
Look at this one.
Are you
Oh.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting.
I
Yes,
think that's an
very
English
distinct.
Mastiff more than it is a Great Dane.
It's a Great Dane, yeah.
I think that looks a lot more like an English Mastiff, but yeah. Oh, they are so
No,
cute.
facially, yes. I mean,
The
color-wise,
color-wise
perhaps,
is yes. The face
yeah,
itself
but
looks
the
Great
face
Dane.
is still
That's like, I'm
right,
like,
right.
could it be a mix with the
Maybe.
Mastiff to make it bigger? Potential. Yeah. Anyways, that's adorable.
English.
Oh, that puppy is huge.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's that for that one.
Okay, and then we're gonna end today's show with this.
If it'll load. It likes to take its merry old time, and I gotta listen for music.
Going for 14 million.
Wow, she's beautiful. The
So did you
training
hear
is
how much-
great. Hold on, I can't. Let me turn this down. And
Okay.
yeah, the music. I don't want to
Go
get us in
back to the
trouble.
Yeah, go back to the beginning again.
That horse went for 14 million. Yeah.
$1 million. Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think they added a little sparkle glitter to the hair
Yeah, you might be right.
to get that golden sheen. Oh, no, it's a he. Sorry, this is a stallion. I'm looking at the screen in the background. That's a he, not a she. Um, Dang, beautiful. I love that
Hey,
tail.
wait. He identifies as female.
Not according to this. Lot 314. A Teke is a stallion. He is going to have some beautiful children one day.
Very much so.
So, all right.
Could you imagine having to brush that tail?
Oh, well. It's going to be hard because they're going to be swatting it around every which way.
No.
You see, because
But in
Horse Rock wants to shrink the middle horse, so the horse will not have children one day because Horse Rock will have the female horses. They'll be stupid, and now the horse will be lonely.
No, but that is a beautiful horse.
That's
No, with tails that long, normally when they're at home just running around doing things, they have the tail braided up and kind of like put in a little bun at their butt.
Yep.
But or they trim them. Most people, if it's just a typical draft horse for out in the field, not for breeding, they'll keep that trimmed up. But yeah, God, they're beautiful. Just pretty. I would sit and pet that horse for hours on end and hours and more hours. So pretty. Anyways, back to play.
Go ahead.
And again, I hate when they put the music in and out. But yep, the training. Right. I love when horses are so well behaved. Yep. Gorgeous work. Such pretty horsies. I love the big draft horses. They're so pretty.
Right, so do I.
That one, I want to point out how shiny that looks. I don't know if they put a filter on it because, I mean, it's rare to see horses that shiny out unless they're already sweat covered. Like, if they're already pouring sweat, they might glisten like that. That's why I said the one that was on the sale block, they had to have put something to make the hair glisten like that on purpose because otherwise the horse is usually sweaty. Oh, yep. Dressage. And that's what horses love doing. Oh, look at that mane. So pretty. It's like poofy. Some of these horses are massive too. And a lot of them are trained to put on shows.
Yes.
And they love it. So, yep, that's it for that one.
So with that being said, I have 7:59.
Yep.
So we have a minute to spare. So with that, we would appreciate if everybody would give us a like, a follow, subscribe, comment, set your notifications, share. Don't forget the Discord link is pinned there for those of you on YouTube and Rumble. It's available. It's also in all of our descriptions. And with that, we will not come back until Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is, unless something is really hot and popping. And if so, we will go live as necessary. But we are on our summer schedule until the week of September. I think it's 14th.
Yep.
If I recall correctly. So we will be live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, starting at 6 p.m. and going till when we deem necessary. But normally we'll finish up around 8 o'clock. But I think we'll be looking more probably project-based kind of things and with intersprinkled with some hot topics, but there's some things going on. And then once we get back after summer vacation, I guess we'll really be getting ready for the midterms.
Yeah.
So that's hard to believe. That's all. Yeah, but that's coming up. So With that, everybody on my end, have a nice weekend, and I will see you all on Tuesday.
I'll tell y'all to stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Wait, even on the weekends we have to abide by that?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Okay. That's right. You started that out that way today, right? Okay. I like
I will
that.
say it and I will hold to it.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'm down for that.
All righty.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, folks.